Well, g'day there, and thank you for watching. I want to make my first tangram, and this is going to be for my brother. His name's Jono. I love him lots, and I hope he will enjoy this. I'm sure he will. So he's a good brother of mine, always been there for me, and I'm looking forward to making this. So that's my design that I've come up with, but I'm going to put a frame around the edge, and I'm going to route the edge. So the first thing is to get the wood. I'm going to cut the edge out, and then I will route the edge to make it nice and smooth, and then I will cut out the inside and then cut out all the bits from that and put it all together. Does that sound simple? Let's see. Righto, there it is cut. I'm going to now route the edges on my router. So here's my router table that I actually made. So instead of using the actual bit on it first, I'm going to use an offcut to make sure the router is at the right level. So when you adjust the router, make sure it's unplugged. Now my router spins this way, as all routers do, which means you want the wood to go the other way, this way across the wood. So it's spinning this way, so you want to go that way across the wood. So you want to go against it, otherwise it'll spin it off and take you with it. So let's do a test run, make sure we've got the height right, and then we'll go from there. Oh, so this is my offcut from another project that I had. So this is before it was routed. You can see it's quite sharp there. And this is a bit that I routed just then. So it's quite smooth and the top right around. So yes, it's at the correct height for this wood. So that should be nice and smooth there. And then I'll give it a light little sand afterwards, and that'll come up really nicely on the edge. I could use a Fandangle router, but I don't want to take away from the center. Remember, this is just the edge. So I want to just make it nice and neat on the edge. Done. How much better does that piece of wood look with the curved edge? A little bit hard to show there, but look at that. Nice curved edge right around. That looks heaps better. So now it's got a nice frame around what we're doing. So now we can start working on the inside. So here's my bit of wood now. I've put down painter's tape first, so then I can stick my pattern onto the painter's tape. So when I pull off the painter's tape, it'll look good and won't pull the wood apart. Whereas if I put the paper straight onto the wood, it'll pull the wood apart when I pull it off. So then I've glued the pattern onto the painter's tape and made sure it's in the center. Now I'm ready to cut it out. So I'm going to do some pilot holes so I can get my saw through, and then I shall start cutting. So this is where I'm up to. Now, slight confession, I've actually cut this out a second time. The first time it was with plywood. Now I've actually cut it out with nice pine wood. And a little tip, if you're going to do this, print out 2 copies of the pattern. So the pattern, one was on the bit of wood, and the second one I've got on the bench here, and then I put all the pieces on top so we can put it back together quickly. So it's meant to be a puzzle for the person we're giving it to, in this case Jono, not for the person building it, because we end up doing it about 16 times. So I've pulled all the tape off now and given it a good sand. It's looking great, it fits in the frame well. I'll show you that soon. And what I'm going to do is paint the center here, or stain the center, his name, a different color to the other bits, so then it makes it a little bit easier. So this here is the back of our frame, and I've stuck the back on, left it for a little while, clamped, so that the glue sticks to it. And let's see how it looks. There we go, that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Looks like a picture frame. I'm happy with that. And that'll look even better when I've stained it and we can put the pattern inside it. It fits in really well. I tried it before I put the back on. Now it's looking really good now. So a bit of painting and we'll be done. And here it is finished after staining, sanding and everything else. I reckon that looks fantastic now, just like I wanted it to look. I'll put a note in the back and that's ready to give to him. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, or put your comments below. What would you do differently? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching.